Hello, friends. It's Margot, and I hope that all is well with you. We are doing a journal spread today. Yes, that's right. We are doing another journal spread because you guys loved the last one we did with Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I thought, you know what? We're going to do another one, and we're going to do it differently. We're going to do sci-fi. So here's what I'm thinking, actually, because you guys gave me so many good ideas of different movies and like genres we could do. They were all good. Like, I'm not just saying that to make you feel good about yourself. They were really good ideas. So what I think we're going to do is alternate doing a old like monster horror style movie with sci-fi. Get me? So we're going to do monster movie, sci-fi, monster movie, sci-fi. And maybe we'll sprinkle in some other, I don't know, some topics in there because some of you had like the best idea to do Phantom of the Opera. Yes, for sure. Jurassic Park. Yes, for sure. Legally Blonde. Okay, maybe nobody said that, but that was just me because I know there's a TV show out and I'm like, oh my God, I love that movie. All right, but today, let me get this centered. Can you see? We are going to do something very special. And well, it's special for me because yesterday was Father's Day, and happy belated Father's Day to all of you out there. But my dad is dead, and that sucks. So he died a couple years ago, and it was very devastating. I'm an only child, and I was very close to him, and that sucks. So sometimes Father's Day can be a little rough. What I have found is when I am sad or kind of depressed or grieving, if I channel that energy and put it into something creative, it really helps me feel better. So that's where I was inspired to do a War of the Worlds theme journal, eh? And we're talking the 1950s version of War of the Worlds, because this was actually one of the first like adult movies that I saw growing up that I watched with my dad. And he explained all the premise behind the movie, like good versus evil, light versus dark, science versus faith. And it's always been a very special movie to me and makes me think of my dad. So in a way, this is almost like a tribute to him. And I hope that he loves it wherever he is right now watching. And let's get into it. All right. So the first thing I did, are we in? There we go. Okay. Is I put down a black paint, just like what I did with the creature spread, a black paint, let that dry. And then I went over it with a stencil that's kind of like animal skin looking, like pebbles. And I used white, right? So I let that dry. Then I went back over it with my little pottery sponge, whatever this is called, sponge, very lightly with those neon colors that I love so much. You guys see me use these all the time. And I very lightly went over the white with the colors to make them stand out and be a little bit brighter. See how that's kind of popping like neon? Just boom, like that. One of you guys said this style is neon noir. Thank you for that, by the way. Totally love that style. Now on the side here, these are some old tissue papers that I made. I covered them with Mod Podge. This was off the journal, by the way. This was just like a side video I've done. And I covered the tissue paper with Mod Podge, and then I went over it with that brick stencil, and I just put them on the side to kind of frame the journal because I love this brick. You guys know that's one of my favorite stencils. And because in the movie, there's so much destruction with the town just getting annihilated because of the aliens, it just reminded me of like exposed brick. So it kind of tied in, I felt, with the theme. So one thing I like to do, and you'll probably notice this going forward, is when I am planning out a big journal spread like this, and I always do 2 pages, one thing that helps me is to have a focal point for each page. So I'll have one large focal point like this one, you see? And then on this page, I will do another large focal point. So for this journal spread, I thought it'd be kind of cool to have the old school movie poster here. So we know that this is a War of the Worlds theme. And then the main characters, see how their eyes are looking at the poster? So cool. Love that. So I'll start with these 2 focal points, and then to avoid everything getting super duper cluttered, because I do have a tendency to do that, I will just pick like, I don't know, 3 or 4 little ephemera pieces to kind of frame and accent what these are doing on their own. Does that make any sense? I feel like I totally did not explain that right. So what I'm thinking I want to do is, let's see, we're going to put the big focal points down first. Now I'm going to turn this one into like half a pocket because I want to tuck some stuff in there to actually journal on. And then I'm going to turn them into an actual pocket because I think it'd be cool to put this clipboard like right behind them like this. So you can pull it out and then I'll write down little notes about the movie on that. So for this one, I think I want to do a little bit of distressing because I just love that effect. So I'm thinking I want to go in with, believe it or not, the black one. And am I on camera? Yeah. I don't want to go crazy with the black because there's so much in the background already. But then I'm going to blend this out with the lighter brown because what I'm thinking is, just like I said in the movie, there was so much destruction. Like everything was just getting absolutely annihilated and burned by the aliens' ray guns that I want this to look a little crispy, like it did maybe get caught in that ray and catch on fire. So I'm just go around the corner, and I like to do this because it makes these like organic little lines like this, like scorch marks. Okay, that's probably good. And then I'll go in with the lighter. This is like, I think we all have these, don't we? What is it? The Tim Holtz. Yeah. The Tim Holtz little distress ink doodads. That is not the official name, by the way, but that's what I call them. And I'm just going to lightly go in. Look. Oh, that's cool. That looks cool. Maybe there's a little bit more right there in that edge. See, now it looks crispy. It looks like this movie poster got caught in the fray. And so here's the deal. I typically do not like it when Hollywood remakes a movie. I think that they're just not that great. It's like, come up with a new idea. Do you know what I mean? Oop, that's a little too much there. That's okay. So having grown up watching this movie so many times with my dad, when the 2005 remake came out, and that was the one with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning when she was young, my dad was instantly like skeptical. He's like, because he's a purist. He's kind of like me. He just likes the old school OG original movies. And I was kind of like that too. But I will tell you, that is probably the only remake of an old Hollywood movie that I actually like. It's actually very terrifying to me. I don't know what it is. I actually watched part of it last night because I knew I was going to do this with you guys. Just to kind of compare, let's see, this side, the differences between the movies and the styles. And the remake actually did a really good job of having callbacks to the original film. Like you could tell they really did pay respect to the original movie. Like they had the church in there. That was to kind of call back the church scene. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for you. I'll try not to do spoilers in case you haven't seen it. But they did that. The alien arm, here this, where it came out of the spaceship, that was in the remake. Let me see, right there. Let's do that. And what else was there? What else was there? I'm trying to think. There was a bunch of stuff that they just called back. And I love it when they do that. And they don't go like overboard. Like, you know how some movies just make it so obvious that they're trying to be like the original. I feel like Star Wars kind of does that sometimes. This was just subtle. It was just subtle, and it was like meant for the people who knew, who just knew, who were there for the original. Just kind of what I did there, I wasn't really explaining. I was just kind of going off on a tangent, is I just glued part of it because I want to stick some stuff on these sides here. So this, like from here to here, is all secure, if that makes sense. So let's do them next. I'm not going to distress them because they're people. And let's just glue. Actually, you know what? So here's a life hack for you, okay? How many of you guys have heard of the website Canva? I think it's just canva.com. It's been around for a while. I love Canva. I actually use it a lot for social media posts, like to create like little infographics and stuff that I use on Instagram. You can edit videos on it. but they also have a lot of like frames and clip art. So what I did was I actually found a frame. It's like a digital frame of old like film, like Hollywood film. And then when I say frame, it means that if you find like an image, you can drag and drop it and it'll go nice and snug into whatever it is you're making. So I picked some of the movie scenes that I liked the best. So like we've got when the three guys that first discovered the aliens, they got blasted, rest in peace. And then when they were out stuck in the field because the aliens were chasing them in their ships. And then there's the alien ship and it's going through the town, destroying everything. So I made that, cut it out, put it on cardstock. And I thought that that would look kind of cool right there in the corner, right? Yeah, let's do that. So that's why I wanted to put that there to just kind of get an idea of where I should have them positioned. So let's do right about there. And because I'm going to put this behind it, I'm going to glue from her face to down to here. And then I'll just cut that off when I get to that edge there. And today, for some reason, I'm all about using this original tacky glue. I don't know, I'm kind of giving the old purple glue stick a break. Plus, it just gets all over my hands, and I have found that when I'm doing videos, it's hard because everything will stick to my hands after I use that. And then I'm like trying to look all smooth and professional for you guys, and like really my hands are like blip, 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 blip. So let's see, like let's go over here a little bit more. Yeah, that should be good because I'm going to cut that off like so. And I literally almost just got my hands covered in glue doing that after I just said that. Let's do this and give them a good press down. Such a good movie. How many sci-fi fans are out there? And like, I know there's kind of a crossover. I feel like if you love old horror, you might love old sci-fi too. I'm 50-50 girl because listen, I'm a spooky girl year round. Someday I'll take you on a tour of my my office downstairs where I do orders and products and stuff like that. It's all decorated in Halloween and pink. Like my whole aesthetic for that was girly haunted house, right? So I love spooky movies, but I also love sci-fi just as much. And that's why our living room is kind of like Fallout Atomic style. Even though Fallout, it's not lost on me. That's not really sci-fi. Do I want to distress this? Yes. Although it kind of is like the way that I did it. I think I've mentioned I have like nuclear bombs going off with like the retro 50s girls drinking cocktails, watching it. And then I do have, actually I should have brought it up for this video. Oh, that was such a rookie move for me. I have a signed poster of the original War of the Worlds by this actress here. And I actually gave it to my dad for Father's Day, actually, now that I think about it, many, many years ago. And I had it framed and gave it to him. And he had it in his office for many years. And like I said, this was kind of like our special movie. And just kind of doing this research and thinking about it, like the layout and stuff, it just made me feel happier rather than just, you know, having a pity party about my dad not being here. And I know a lot of us don't have our dads. You know, that's a part of life. I get it. But it doesn't make it any easier, does it? So if you ever feel sad, like I sound like Mr. Rogers here right now, I know. But if you ever feel sad, try doing something creative. Think of like a happy memory that you had of that person, the dog, whoever you lost, and journal. Just do like a journal page dedicated to them or to that memory or something that they liked. I'm telling you, it's very healing. Journaling has saved my butt on so many mental spirals. I can't even tell you. That's cute. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Freaking out. Let's do this glue again. And one thing I'm thinking we should do is really make this bad boy pop with some neon. some more neon. And I'm thinking too, so like the alien, am I back in frame? Yeah. The aliens had these spaceships with these giant eyes. Here, actually, here's one. See how it's got all the primary colors? Well, not all of them, but it's got the green, the blue, and the red. I wanted to do my own spin on that. So let's do neon green, electric blue, and pink. And pink. Because if I directed the movie, that's what I would do. So when this is all dry and I've got all the pieces down, you already know. I'm going to go through and I'm going to doodle and make it all crazy and make it all fun and colorful. You already know. Okay, so now what I was thinking, I actually did something very similar to this in the last spread with the hand here. I don't know, maybe this is going to be my thing. But I found an image of the alien's hand when it's coming out of the ship. And I thought it would be kind of cool. Look, can you see? Look, what if he was holding the poster? See, I glued it. I shouldn't have done that, but I can still make it work. Oh my God, that's so cute. That's really cute. Okay, totally doing that. Now I am going to use the stupid glue stick and try not to get my hands dirty just because it's such a thin little piece here. But I am going to use a new glue stick. Sometimes I find like the old ones, when they get all gooey, that gets a little messy. Like that. And I'm just going to go up to there because I'm going to cut the rest of the arm off. Hey, I didn't get any glue on my hands yet. Not yet. So what if we had, can I tuck his little finger in? Let's do, oh, I still can. Let's see, like that? Stop it. Oh my God, that makes me so happy. That is so fun. Did I get it up here? Do I need glue? No, there's glue. You stay down. Let's roll it out. Let's roll it out. And now if the glue doesn't want to stick for whatever reason, I'll just go back in this spot here with this glue just to make sure it's good and secure. How are we doing here, guys? How you guys good? You press down there? Okay. Now here's what I'm thinking. Let's put the little eye in this corner. And right now, I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of getting lost because it is dark and like this is a little bit darker too. I will go through with either a colored pencil. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, did I bring them up here? Did I bring them up? I didn't. I found online a new to me set of neon colored pencils. And I thought we could try them on this or even just on a future journal spread, because I love outlining all these different elements with colored pencil and then sometimes Posca pens. So I forgot about that. I forgot I did that. Let's use the glue stick on this guy too. This scene in the movie, by the way, this might be a spoiler alert, but it's not like a huge spoiler alert. They're in a farmhouse, right? These two are in a farmhouse, an old farmhouse trying to hide. And the alien ships come, they surround the farmhouse. Actually, one crash lands pretty much into like half the darn farmhouse. Well, this little thing comes through. It's like their little periscope, little searcher, little thing that comes out and observes what's going on outside the ship. That scene scared the crap out of me as a kid. I had so many nightmares about that. Like with this little thing coming in my room, and it makes that old-fashioned like sci-fi noise. You know how they all had that noise, that sound effect that they did with the old movies? So good. It's so good. And I'm like 44 almost, and it still kind of freaks me out today. Okay, so what I'm thinking up here, again, Canva, love Canva. I found here, can you see, it says declassified with restrictions. It's like an old-fashioned file. And then on the back, I just glued a piece of a old diner receipt, which I do have in my shop. These are coffee dyed. And I kept it so there's like little numbers here. And I thought that might be fun, I don't know, to like list some parts, some stuff, some points about the movie, like fun facts, like it's declassified. And I was going to tuck that in to like here, like that. And it's okay for me if some stuff comes off the journal like that a little bit. Like this I will cut down here, but I feel like this looks actually kind of cool. And then this is just, am I in frame? A clipboard that I thought might be kind of fun to tuck right in there. So again, just spots to journal, because one thing I used to do in the past when I was still learning how to do all this is I would just go overboard with all the visuals and then I'd have nowhere to write. And the whole point with dopamine journaling is to use this as almost a commonplace book where you write down what you've learned, what you love, what you want to remember. So that's why I've really tried to make an effort to make sure I've got plenty of space to write down my thoughts, write down what I've learned, like that. Like that's so fun, don't you think? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, so now what I think I'm going to do is let this all dry, and then I will come back with you guys and maybe we'll go through and doodle together, because that actually went a lot faster than I thought it was gonna go. I was prepared. So I will be right back. Let's do a transition. Okay, hi, I'm back. I found the pencils that I wanted to show you. So these are by Faber-Castell, since 1761. They're the black edition colored pencils. You get 36 in here. They say they're super soft. They're mine, and they're lead. So look at all that. I haven't used these yet. Obviously, I just opened them. So please don't let me down, Faber-Castell. You guys know I don't like to talk negatively about any businesses, but I thought we could try these on here. Okay, let me see. Here, let's look up close. So it looks like even the wood is black, which that's cute, but do they work? Here's the other set. Okay, these are more like pastel, not so much neon, but they were marketed as being able to go on black paper. So immediately I grabbed the pink. Immediately I grab the yellow, and immediately I'm gonna grab the green. Let's see, because normally I use, this is like my favorite. This is the, no, this is not my favorite. That's not my favorite. Where is my favorite? It's not Caran d'Ache. Caran d'Ache is, people love Caran d'Ache, and I have nothing against that company, but there's a different pencil I use. It is, I think, I want to say a Duart drawing pencil, and I don't know for the life of me where I put it, but I find that the Duart drawing pencil works so much better than, there it is, this one. Look how well loved it is. It's like teeny tiny now. The Chinese white works really good. So that's when you see me like go over stuff to kind of make things brighter. This is typically what I'm using. But, oh, this is red. This isn't pink. What? Hold on. This is pink. It looked pink because I looked at the lead. Anyway, let's try it. Let's just do a little sample here, down here. Or here, can you see? Can you see? Let's go up here. Not knocking my socks off. That's okay. Let's try this one. Okay, yellow's a little better. Let's go up here with the yellow. So you guys can see. Okay, I'm going to press down a little harder. Okay, the yellow's good. That's kind of fun. That's good. Has a nice chalky feel to it, but it's stuck on there. It's not like a pastel. Let's try the green, just to kind of spread things out. Let's try it on a good black spot right here. Okay. Let's give the pink another go. I mean, it's there. It's there. Maybe I had high expectations to make it like really be super duper neon, like what, you know, I did over here, but that's paint. It's not bad. It's not bad. Will I use these? Yes, absolutely. I also just realized that these are triangle kind of shaped. Look, these remind me of the Yikes pencils from the 90s. That's interesting. Okay. It's good to have tools, different things to use, different techniques. It's fun to try things out. Maybe I'll do a video where we swatch these just on like plain black. But I figured, you know, you're here, I'm here. We might as well play with them just a little bit. Just a little bit. So let's go in and do some doodles. I've got my neon yellow, my neon green. Here, you can see how I organize everything. Don't be too impressed. Don't be too impressed. You guys know I try to reuse everything that I have, even if it's not aesthetic. Let's pull these two too. Just because I try to save things from going to the landfill as much as possible. Hence why I use so many like plastic wraps and weird things in my actual journals. Let's do this. Okay, let's put these down here just so I have a good idea of where they're gonna go. And I can maybe outline them. No, because I might move them. Let's not outline the things that we can actually move. What's that called? Reticulation? Things that can move. But let's go in and just do some doodles. And what I am thinking, actually, so when they shoot these eyes, when they shoot things, I don't know if actually these shoot, but it's okay. We're going to pretend like they do. There's like little lines that come out. It's just like that old school ray gun, you know? Like that's fun to me. Here, can you see? Are we in the camera? Like that. Now, what's kind of cool about this yellow is when you first put it down, it almost granulates a little bit and it has a really neat effect. But once it dries, you can go back over it and totally make it pop a little bit more. Let's do one more layer here. Make it a little bit wider. Like that. So yeah, really love these pens. I will link those in the description below. And then actually let's go in on this side. I always try to like complement each page. Like if I do a color here, I'll mirror it on this page here just to make it look interesting. So maybe in the background, because we do have this here, maybe off camera or off journal page, there's another ray gun happening like that. Make it straight, Margot. Hold on, I'm at an angle. Let's do it like this. Make sure I'm still in the frame. There. Make it a little wider too. Just to have something else in the background. Should we bring it even further? Yeah, let's bring it even further. Like that. Let's do one more row because we can do what we want. Like that. That's fun. So don't make my mistakes. Don't make my mistakes and then drag your hand through it like I always do. Or put the ephemera on top of it and then smear it. Just be patient. You have to be patient. Let her go. Let her dry. So let's make a fun little border. Similar to what I did with the creature. Because we've got this here. See? What if we did something small back here? Let me bring this into frame. Almost like it's washi tape. This is kind of like my new favorite thing to do. Is do these like checkered print. Whoa, she wavy. It's okay. It doesn't matter because we're going to go over it like that. And it's like just little boxes. Here, can you see this? Can you see? It's not very bright today, which is nice because sometimes if it's too bright in here, I feel like you guys get blinded by the sun. But yeah, just like that. It's like doodling, just doodling. So while I'm doing this, let me know down below, are you a sci-fi person or are you a horror movie person? Or are you a chick flick person? Or are you a drama person? I would genuinely like to know. And if you are a sci-fi person, shout out and let me know what your favorite sci-fi movie is because you're 100% my peeps. And are you also, okay, also, are you into old sci-fi or new sci-fi? And new, I mean, let's say 2000s plus, right? So like Stargate, which yes, I am a part of the Save Stargate campaign, not like a part of it, but I have been, you know, sharing stuff and actively helping get engagement for all the Save Stargate, the TV show. If you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, I'm so sorry. Basically, Stargate was a TV show. It was very popular. They were trying to bring it back. Amazon was going to bring it back, and it was like all systems go. They were going to bring it. And then one of the executives kind of changed course as far as what the whole plot was going to be and like the whole overall vibe. All he said was they wanted it to be for modern audiences, and essentially the show flopped. Not flopped, like they didn't even move forward with it. They just were like, nope, we're not going to do production. It's over. So now there's a whole campaign of people who are massive fans of Stargate trying to bring it back. And they're using the hashtag Save Stargate. And this isn't just some little campaign. I'm telling you, we've got, let's do, no, not there. Let's do something up here. We've got celebrities. Obviously, cast members are getting involved. Where did I just put that line? I can't even see it. I guess, oh, there it is. The cast members are getting involved with hashtag Save Stargate. And some people that are just fans of the show and not necessarily in it are getting involved. I saw that. I don't know his name, and I apologize, but the actor from Terminator 2 just tweeted out something to show support, and he's like doing something to get involved. Anyway, yeah, I love Stargate. We're actually watching that right now. There was a movie, and then they basically made a whole TV show based on that, just to kind of like expand on that whole idea. And now, excuse me, I have not seen Stargate Atlantis. Some people have said that that's actually a better show than the Stargate SG-1. Let me know if you are my people and you know what I'm talking about right now. Everyone else is like, oh man, what? But if you know what I'm talking about right now, do you think Stargate Atlantis is better than SG-1? I mean, either way, I'm going to watch it. I want to watch it and see. And then I will form my own opinion. Yeah, that's cute. And I always let the black dry. By the way, here, can you see? I'm trying to get this in. Because if you go back in with like a lighter color, it's going to be all smooshy and meshy. And you don't want that. Now let's put some more, no, not yellow. Let's do pink. Let's put some more pink. I would like to put some stars. Just basic little stars like that. Can you even call these stars? This is like what you drew when you were 5 and they said, draw the night sky. And that's what you drew for your star. And I think it's nice that we can still do it as adults. Let's put one down here. Put one here. And up there, it's not going to show because that's pink. Let's do another one up here. How cute is that? Right there. Give her another little shoop like that. And then I want to go in with, see, this wasn't as opaque as I wanted it to be. Let's go in with the actual just like yellow. Have I used this one yet? Yes, good. Let's make sure it's got ink on it. Whoa. It just like, you know, like when you do these and you push the nibs down and like, it just like explodes out. It's always so frightening when that happens. That just happened to me. Let's just mirror these little stars with some dots around it like that. I'm going to go into the ray gun there a little bit. It's all right. How fun. Oh, see, that shows up so much better. Yeah, the hunt for the best neon paints, pencils, pens continues for me. I am looking because I know a lot of you are into this kind of aesthetic. So I am doing my best to find the best products to recommend for you if you need them. Let's do, is this dry? Let's put the yellow over here. In this. Actually, let me flip it this way. Here, can you? Yeah, there you go. not to like get you guys to shop. Like the last thing I want to do is be a traditional influencer where I'm like, go buy this, go buy that. But I do think it is helpful to have an idea of different resources available to you. And I do try to pick things that I feel are affordable or have good value. There's like some YouTube channels that talk about cost per use. So it's kind of like hi Mo, you have to figure out, okay, what's the cost per use? Am I going to use this a lot? Hi, sweetheart. Can you go lay down? Yeah. And if it's worth paying the price, if you're going to use it a lot. But if it's like one of those things that you're going to get and it's just going to sit there on your desk like a pile, you don't want that. And I don't want to recommend something like that. Like this. Cute. That's so cute. Look. Should I do yellow up there too? Or should I mix it up? Should I mix it up? I think... No, let's keep it yellow. Let's keep it yellow. I kind of like that. It's almost like caution tape. But it's also nothing like caution tape. Maybe it's just because it was yellow and black that my brain went there. It's like caution tape, but it's also nothing at all like that. Shout out to my fellow ADHDers who understand how my brain works and why I talk the way I do. Everyone else is like, this girl drinks too much caffeine. And that is true. Hey, I actually recently just got into drinking iced tea during the day. Just plain old black unsweetened iced tea. I make it at home. But if you are an iced tea drinker, give me a good recipe to kind of like zhuzh it up a bit to make it a little more fun. Let's do one right here. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to put another one here. I think I am sure. Okay, well, let me wait on that. All right, so what I'm going to do, because I'm just going to keep rambling, is off camera do a lot more doodles and go over these areas with the colored pencil. And also it's because Mo is clearly bored and I need to go entertain him. So let's do another fun transition and I will come back when this is done. Whoa. Hi, I'm back. I had Chipotle. You can probably tell by my voice that I'm not hangry anymore. It's like up an octave. Anyway, I went and ate lunch and then I came back and I sat and had a lot of fun just finishing this whole spread. And I have to say, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. This just makes me so happy to look at. And I just know that my dad would absolutely love this. Like he would freak out. So what I did without you guys is I went through and added some more little doodles, some more of this yellow. I did discover something groundbreaking. So when I was doing the little checkered marks over here, if you use just a yellow, or you could probably use a white Posca pen, let it dry, and then you go back over with this acrylic paint pen, the neon yellow. Look, it made it pop. It made it pop. So you got to kind of layer it up, or at least have some layer of something lighter underneath to really have that neon effect come through. So I outlined all of the big focal points here. I did a double line of pink and yellow, blue and white. And then I went through and I wrote down, here, can you see? Little fun facts about the movie. So this was on the back of the top secret declassified little folder there. And then on the clipboard, I wrote a fun fact. And I actually, the fun fact was pretty simple. It was just that when they made the movie, the flying saucers were suspended on on cords, like on wires, and you could totally see it in the movie. And I remember as a kid, that was something that actually kind of walked me back from that ledge of fear, because it was like, oh, it's fake. Look, there's wires. It's not a real UFO. So that's just always stuck with me. So I put that there. And then here, this is fun. On the clipboard, I always like to pretend like I'm actually in the movie when I'm doing these spreads. So I'll have like field notes or just something that makes me feel like I was actually there. So on this clipboard, it's just me taking notes about like the spaceships and how they blast rays that vaporize everything. And how conventional weapons don't stop it. Like they literally threw everything at these spaceships and nothing would stop them, even the atom bomb. So I just used that like I was a scientist taking notes. And then I used some washi tape. Oh, this is kind of fun. I found this when I went to go visit my mom last weekend up in the Portland area. This was at Michael's. I had a coupon, so I picked this up. It's just a nice little pack of washi tape. So I thought it would be kind of cool to tear off the yellow and then write down the year that the movie came out, which was 1953, and then just wrote scenes because I felt like there just needed to be something here. So pointed up to some of my favorite scenes in the movie. So yeah, that's it. I'm very happy with this. I hope that you guys enjoyed doing this with me. Next time we do a journal spread, it's going to be a monster, and you're going to have to be surprised and just stay tuned to see which monster I pick. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. All right. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a comment. Let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.